Let us be in prayer. Holy One of Israel, here we are, ready to hear you speak to us this morning with the word that you have for us, as you have spoken to us before. Lord, we ask that you allow us to be present, not just physically, but spiritually as well. I ask, oh God, that the meditations of our hearts as we hear your word today and the words of my mouth be made worthy before you, our source of good. Amen. Amen. You may be seated. Good morning again. Good morning. This morning I'm coming with words of encouragement as I would glean them from the text that has just been read before us this morning. And please relate to the first scripture as well, the Gospel of Matthew. But I'm coming from the Gospel of Luke chapter 8, verses 26 through 39. And my focus verse is 39, where Jesus says to the man that he had set free, return to your home and declare how much God has done for you. Return to your home and declare how much God has done for you. And I'm moving with the sermon title, The Mission Station Called Home. The mission station called home. This is a very familiar story. But the question for us today is, why did Jesus instruct this man to go back home? Because many times when we read through the Gospels, Jesus strictly instructed anybody that he had healed or set free never to tell anybody about what had happened to them. But in this particular instance, Jesus says, return home and give a testimony of what has happened to you. As we read this story, it's not a pleasant story. It reminded me of what I see every time I'm driving around Central City area, especially around People's United Methodist Church. And even as you look around the overpass there are a lot of homeless people that live under the overpass. The majority of those people are not in their right minds. Many times as I am driving, specifically as I stop at the intersection of Simon Boulevard and Martin Luther King, many times I see either men or women, young and old. You see somebody beautiful, handsome, standing in that intersection, sometimes with a bag, sometimes without. And you see them raising their hands and speaking to themselves and beginning to dance. You realize that something is amiss. They are not in their right minds. We need to be thankful that we have a home. We have a roof over our shoulders.
Thank you, Lord.
We are still in our right minds. This is a sad story. Just as sad as these individuals that I see almost on a daily basis. And I ask myself, do these people have families? If they do have families, why is it that the families don't care about them? This man we find in this story, that is also reported in the Gospels of Mark and Matthew, If you read Mark chapter 5, you will find that story. This man also had a home. This man had relatives. But as Jesus enters into this city, this man is out in the outskirts of the city, where the cemetery was. We all know the cemetery is a place where we rest the remains of our loved ones when they've gone to glory. It's not a place where somebody in their right mind would love to live in. And yet this man lived in the cemetery. A cemetery is a, though this space is a sacred space, but it is for dead people. You can imagine. There are all kinds of things that I can imagine go on in a cemetery. But this man lived there. Scripture tells us that this man most of the time was naked. Just like when Jesus meets this man, he was naked. You can imagine. He was naked. Nobody wanted to be around him. More so in that culture whereby the law of Moses instructed them that anybody that was abnormal did not live in the community. That's why we find this man outside the community. That's why we also found lepers outside the community. That's why we also found people like the blind men outside the community. Thank God for the woman with the issue of blood, because that was something that was sacred within her. So nobody would tell that she was struggling. But if people knew, she would also be living outside the city. Because that's who we are as human beings. Anybody that doesn't look like us, we are not comfortable to live with them, whether they are our family members or not. It's easy for us to pretend they don't exist and push them to a place where nobody will see them. And then we look perfect. Because that's what our world and our society demands of us. He was out there, in a cemetery, in a burial ground, a graveyard. We are told, especially in the Gospel of Mark chapter 5, that this man had self-destructive tendencies. They would chain him to keep him under control. Because you know what demons do? They take over the person. They take everything over, the mind, the physical, the spiritual, everything, and they go wild. And they end up with so much strength that people wonder, where are they getting this strength? Because we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers that may be. Which when left alone, they go wild. They would try to restrain this man, but they couldn't. Even when they put chains around him, he would break the chains. Because you know what? Inside of him, he desired to be set free. But remember, he had thousands of demons that had taken over his life. Brothers and sisters, we need to be reminded, we live in a world that has so many principalities. Even in our own homes, even within ourselves, don't we sometimes do things that we don't understand why we are doing them? Because the enemy has that tendency to take over. Though we may try to regain our composure, but there are those moments when we wonder, what happened? Because the enemy is out there. Took over. And when he was in that trance, we are told by scripture that he would get stones that he found in the graveyard and stretch himself. So you can imagine how he appeared. How he looked as Jesus met him. How do we see those people we meet in the streets? They are dirty, they are smelly, with long hair and unkempt hair, teeth that are never cleaned. But some of those are our own. Even though they may not be blood relatives, they are our own. Jesus demonstrated the power that was more powerful than these thousands of demons that had overtaken this man. This man desired to be home, but he couldn't, because these demons had taken over. How many times do we also desire to fit into situations, but into circles of people, but because they seem to see us as different, they always draw that circle around them. And we cannot come in. And unfortunately, even in the Church of Jesus Christ, we have that tendency of drawing a circle. I have my circle. There are those who belong and those who don't. The men desired to belong in that circle called home. And Jesus knew the longing and the yearning that was within that man. And therefore, when he met that man, he set him free. Jesus is in this place this morning. He knows everything about us. Nothing is hidden before Christ. We can try to hide it from God, but God knows the demons that we struggle with day in and day out, because each one of us has those demons that we struggle with day in and day out. Jesus desires to set us free, because that's why he came to this earth. He said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has sent me to set the captives free, so that we can go back home and be a part of the family. Jesus set that man free. And when the demons had left him, they ran into the head of swine. And the scripture tells us that the man became calm. He regained his consciousness in the spiritual. Jesus sent him home. Why home? Home is a place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or a household. We all desire to belong. So Jesus sent him home so that he could be a living testimony to those who were home. Home is very, very important. The place, the mission station called home. Because home should be our first mission station. If we do not show our faith at home, you know what? It is hopeless to show it out there. So this man needed to go back home to be a living testimony to those of his household who truly did not know Christ yet. Because most of these people were Jews who believed in God and saw Jesus as just one other prophet. But the fact that this man had been set free was going to be a testimony of how powerful Jesus is. I know we all have testimonies, but many times we hide them for fear of the world stigmatizing us. Because when I tell my testimony, if I used to be somebody that walked up and down the street, people are going to look at me differently. Unfortunately, that's how cruel the world is. People cannot tell their testimony. Jesus is saying, go back home and tell your family what I have done for you. And I can imagine they were shocked when they saw this man who was naked, who had all these bruises. Even though they were physical, I believe his spirit had been bruised as well. Jesus did not just heal the physical, he healed the spirit as well to make somebody whole. Perhaps this morning, there may be somebody amongst us who says, Lord, I am a wounded person. I'm just like that demoniac. Heal me today. Set me free. I have these demons that I have been struggling with, such that my family cannot come to Christ because of these demons that I'm struggling with. The mission field called home. The mission station called home. Noah is one of those persons that brought his family home. We know the story of Noah. Joshua was one of those persons that declared, as for me and my household, I will worship the Lord. You choose who you want to worship, but with God. But you know what? It does not need to stay there, to end there. It needs to go beyond that. Yes. Home is a place to glory in the good things of God. Tell others what God has done for you. Yes. How are we as Christians in the home? Because that's where our Christianity begins, in the home. Are you known? Are each and every one of us known at home for our faith or for our fault finding? How do we behave when we're home? How do we behave with our spouses, in our relationships with our children? Parents, how do we behave to our children? Do we treat them with faith or fault finding? How do we treat our spouses? Do we love others just as the Lord has loved us? Because it's so easy for us to pretend that we were perfect from the beginning. We are what we are because of God's grace. Because God loved us, died on the cross and forgave us. We need not forget that. So when we treat others, we need to be reminded of the fact that we are not perfect. Are we saintly at church and sour at home? How do we behave? Do you appear holy at church and hateful at home? How do we behave? Are you gracious at church and grouchy at home? How do we behave? Because remember, Jesus sent the demoniac back home. Go and give a testimony of what the Lord has done, so that your family may also come to know Jesus Christ. We are the Bible and the sermon that our families are reading. How to behave. Are we bringing them to Christ? Or we are continuously pushing them away from Jesus Christ because of the way we behave? Is your home a place of praise or a place of pouting? Do we praise God at home? Do you glory in the goodness of God at home? Or we glory in other things? We are always ready to say, oh, so and so's home, or so and so, this and that, and forget to tend to our homes as well. Yes. The mission station called home. Go back and show yourselves to your home. Home is the outpost for the gospel. This man went on back home to preach the gospel. And we are told that many came to Christ because of him. How are we, my brothers and sisters? Are we living the gospel at home? How do we treat one another? This is our church home. We need to remember that as well. We are a family of God. And therefore we resemble that home. How do we behave to one another? May the Lord help us. May the Lord set us free from those demons that we are fighting, the internal ones that are keeping us from being true disciples for the gospel of Jesus Christ. Let us arise. As we prepare to sing our hymn of invitation, let us once more have that introspection, if I'm using the right word. What is it that I need the Lord to deliver me from? And allow the Holy Spirit to come into our hearts, so that our homes can truly be that first mission field. Everyone will. We need your healing grace to heal our emotional, physical, and spiritual scars. To set us free, oh God. So that we can go back home and give a testimony in truth and in spirit. So that through our testimony and through the way we treat others, our families, may truly come to know you. Because that's what the gospel of Jesus Christ is all about. Amen. Amen.